Hi artists. So here we are for tutorial number 3 in PIXLR X about adjustments and filters. So once again, I'm going to go right through the written directions word for word. Basically my first time through. So whatever it takes me, it should probably take you to get that thing done. So you need to start obviously in PIXLR X, and you're going to select Open Image URL. Excuse me, I want to click Load URL. And there is a link you can click in the written tutorial, or you can type in the link as it's written out here. As you can see, I am, and there we go. So first thing you might want to do is adjust your zoom if necessary, so you can see the entire image on the screen. Mine is at 67%. I can see the whole thing. I'm very happy with that. Step 2. We're going to, before we adjust anything, we're going to make a copy of the layer so we can compare our original version to the adjusted version. We use layers later to do more complex photo edits, but for now we're only making a copy of the original image for comparison. In the Layers menu on the left side of the screen, click on the 3 dots and select the Duplicate Layer icon. It's actually on the right side of the screen. So we are going to choose Duplicate Layer. So now we have 2 of the exact same thing. See that? 1, 2. Make sure you're still selected on the first image layer that does not have a lock icon. That's the one right here. We'll learn how to adjust the image in a few different ways to enhance the look of it using the tools available under the Adjust icon to make the image look hyper real. For step 4, PIXLR has an easy button called the Autofix button that oftentimes improves your images to a satisfactory level. Select the Autofix button. It looks like this. And you'll see that under color, it's going to increase the vibrance, once we click Autofix, to 36. And typically, as you saw, all settings start at 0. A common photography enhancement trick is to increase the color saturation. So increase the saturation setting to 100. To compare the hidden image, the edited image with what you have so far, to the original, you'll need to change the edited layer, the top one, to hidden. So I'm going to choose Apply, and then click here and make this hidden. See how it switched back to the original? Now change it back to visible so we can see the edits. And each time, make sure we're working in this top layer. That's where we're going to make the edit. Step 7. To make the image look more hyper-real, under the light settings, increase the brightness, exposure, contrast, and highlight to 20. So we're going to scroll down. Brightness, 20. Exposure, contrast, and highlight, all to 20. These aren't necessarily the perfect numbers, but it changes the image significantly, which is what we're going for. Now let's look at some of the filter options. So I'm going to choose Apply. Click the filter icon, which looks like this, and increase the sharpen, this slider here. I used 30, and it enhanced the detail. If you go too far, it will over-exaggerate the detail. So if we go all the way up like this, it starts to look very strange. Okay, keep it right around 30. Finish by playing around with some of the manual scene adjustments. So if you scroll down, You'll see here you have all these different things. I'll show you some examples. So you can change the fringe, for example, to 14, or even mosaic all the way at the bottom. Ooh. But you can adjust your image any way you like to finish this project. There isn't a right way to do this one. Be artsy. However, pick one or two adjustments and try not to do several, or it starts to look a little bit crazy. Finally, just choose apply, and then same as before, I'd like you to save it as your last name, PIXLR X3, and a JPEG. So leave it on JPEG, and then go ahead and choose download. I want you to submit your file to the PIXLR assignment tutorial number 3 on Google Classroom.